Good morning, Mimi. You want to go outside? Huh? No? Okay. Good morning, gardening friends. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. We had some stormy weather the last 2 nights and got quite a lot of rain. You'll see shortly when we go outside that quite a lot of things got beat down, but no damage per se over here. I did rehome my orchid. The flowers all fell off, and this paperwhite actually looked gorgeous until about 20 minutes ago when the heat kicked on and it flopped over. But that's just what it does. I'll probably keep it in for another couple days and then put it outside. But here in the front porch, everything is doing well. You can see the amaryllis are still coming up. Not ready to bloom yet, but they're getting there. And back in there. Still have the blossom on my African violet. I have to admit, coleus is a great inside plant. That plant has never been out, and it looks really good. So far, my nepenthes is doing fine. I do have to keep the pitchers watered. I filled them yesterday. But let's go take a walk. You can see the pansies got a little beat down. Trash blew in yesterday. No big deal. Let's take a look at the bananas. These bananas are still doing fine. They're in a protected spot on the southern side of my house. You can see just the ones on the very top that project out above have gotten hit by the frost. Fig tree has pretty much lost all its leaves. Back in the camellia garden, you can see the azaleas are doing really well still, although obviously beat down from yesterday. We had 2 storms go through, and they lasted probably about a couple of hours each day. Yesterday, on Friday, we got 6 inches of rain, and I noticed today, I believe I saw 3 inches this morning. We'll confirm when we go out to the front, to the back deck. This camellia looks nice and fresh. It must have just opened. It's gorgeous. One good thing is all the fertilizer that I put down for the palms got washed into the soil, which is good, into the roots. I hear the birds in the background. There you can see how healthy the palms look. My Mediterranean fan. This Mediterranean fan has done well this past year. It will rise above the aspidistras. You can see the winter rye is doing exceedingly well. We've had enough rain for it to be watered. I will start taking my Christmas stuff down. Let's see here. Pansy still doing well. Yeah, the winter rye is doing fantastic. Few patches here and there, and I will reseed those. It's a little breezy today. Got my sweater on. Oh, my angel blew off the table. Should be out here somewhere. Oh, there he is. I didn't notice the wind yesterday, but it was obviously here. There is that little agave that was coming up in the ground in the backyard. The wind is also starting to knock the satsumas down. I will be picking the majority of the satsumas this week. Still have some paper whites blooming from last year. Looks like the leaves have pretty much, no, they're still there. It looks a little bare right now, but the jasmine has latched on to that pyramid, or trellis. Tutor was the real name for it. Oh, still some more of this pink azalea, camellia. Buds are starting to fatten up on my Pieris japonica. You can hear in the background I've got my fountains going. Let me go ahead and put the latch on this door while I'm here. Yeah, everything looks very lush and green right now. This camellia is doing extremely well, although it did get beat down from the winds, I guess. You can see the problem with camellias when they get big like this is they get a little messy as the flowers fall off. But this is really looking good. Full of blooms all over the place. Oh, you can see some satsumas on the ground. That satsuma has lifted off of the camellia, but we still have a bunch of satsumas. I didn't pick any this last week because of Christmas, but I will be picking them. And if you live in the area, I will be putting a big box out at the street. This still looks nice. I do like the alyssum, and it still has a fragrance. Look at all the satsumas on that tree. It is just absolutely loaded. Again, the grass is all doing well. Let's see, I think from here you can get a good view of the top of my Phoenix canariensis. It is really looking good. It took a whole year to sort of recover from last year's cold. Hopefully this year it will make it through so it won't get hit back again. These bananas are a little worse for wear. And it turned out I did not miss the big trash pickup. It will be next Friday. So I will be having these bananas cut to the ground. They still have some growth to them. You can see the new sprouts are coming up, but it's not worth keeping them. Cut them down to the ground and they will all sprout back. The grass is really thick over here. That and the wild strawberries. I don't see any new blossoms on the Batsias, but they will open. No, these are seed pods already. Maybe they won't open. They may be done blooming. Everything in here looks good. Wet, but good. This palm looks really nice today. It's the winters when you really see the structures of the palm trees. This garden has evolved a lot because when I bought the property, it had 3 big oak trees. And when I planted these palms, they looked like little ferns in the ground. But since the oak trees have been taken down, and now the palms, instead of being a secondary layer, are the primary layer now. I see I still have angel trumpets in bloom. I'm being very careful. The ground is very spongy today. Another Mediterranean fan palm. This used to be a clump of 2, but I decided to take the second one out and just let one primary one grow. Back in here, all is looking lush and green. This angel's trumpet is doing well. You can see it got beat up by the rains yesterday or last night. But yes, all is looking good here. Oh, there's one of the wildcats, Dilly. Back in here, the strawberries are still green in the strawberry pots. Kumquats, of course, are still on the tree. They'll hang on for quite some time. Oh, I have a, what is it, knockout rose, the yellow blooming. I always get encore azaleas and knockout roses confused. And here you can see one of the bad things about winter rye. When I had seeded it, seeds would stick to my shoes, and it will literally come up on the side of the building if it can stick there. You can see the winter rye in the welcome mat from wiping my feet there. Here I cleaned up a little bit on the deck. Cyclamen are still looking okay, although this one obviously got beat up yesterday. It was running off the roof like a waterfall last night. I brought this out from the garage. I will put it back. They don't like 40s. And the temperature, we don't have a frost in the near future, but we have mid-30s. And that will definitely kill the plant. So I need to take that in when it starts to get about 40, the coleus. I brought these plants out from in the garage to get them watered. It's a nice cluster of 3. And back in here, all is doing well. The banana, I cut back the dead. It's still doing okay. And there you have it for the day. Ooh, I just got a drip of water in my eye from the roof. But you can see it's definitely winter. And it's definitely wet. Oh, goodness. Yeah, after Christmas this week, I spent some time looking for house insurance. I've had Nationwide for many years. Actually, with my car, I've had it for 50 years. And I got a notice that they're not going to renew this year. So it turned out I signed up for Alpha, which is an insurance company based in Alabama, or at least in the South. So I shouldn't have any issues with them, but that's always stressful I've had nationwide on the house for the last 3 years. Suddenly you have to remember the last time you had a roof replaced and all this other stuff. So I'm glad all that is over with. We just have pictures left to go. But I guess that's about it for the day. I'm trying to get a good shot of all of these camellias here blooming. This corner does really well because it's a little bit brighter. So there you have it for today. I hope you all have a very good New Year. Happy New Year's. And I will see you next Sunday. Take care.